What's up everyone, it's day 62 in the Big Brother 24 house and plans for the double eviction are at the forefront of everybody's mind. Meanwhile, Brittany has blown up her own game. There's no way to sugarcoat that one folks because we've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright gang, now right before we get started, if you haven't already and you want quick, concise and fun Big Brother videos on your YouTube feed, the subscribe button, because I've got a goal of 20,000 by the end of the season and we're getting ever so close to it, so please help me out. It would mean the world to me. And also hit the like button and hit the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live. That's 3 buttons: subscribe, like, bell. Smash them. Okay, let's jump right into things, and for a little bit of context before we do, to talk about what has kind of been the downfall of Brittany. Let me just pull the mic a little bit closer, guys. I didn't realise it was so far out. Now, what we are seeing as the downfall of Brittany, she totally kind of blew up her own game yesterday. But anyway, her BB comic, we of course talked about Kyle's the other day, erectile dysfunction. And Brittany, it sounds like it was Brit flea, and as in a flea, a fly. It latches onto things and doesn't let go. Production have been savage with the comics this year. You know, usually maybe if it's someone who cries a lot, like I remember, was it Mark who had the incredible sulk, and, you know, that's not too savage, right? Because if you go in the diary room and you cry your eyes out, what else is going to happen? But to go for things like that, you know, that aren't that are quite personal digs at them, like that's production cutting deep there. But anyway, Brit flea. And I don't know about y'all, I'm going to throw that out as the question of the day, as like, you know, the open discussion thing. Do y'all think Brittany's been playing her own game? Look at my eyes, folks. Look at my eyes. And think about it. Do you think Brittany has been playing her own game? Because let me tell you, I know you all enjoyed looking at my eyes there. I know, they are beautiful, but let's continue on. Brittany, in my opinion, has been latching on to Michael. And say if Michael wasn't getting so many comp wins or leading strategically so much, then I guess you could make the argument that that wasn't the case. But now that Michael has basically become the greatest comp beast of all time, plus leading probably I would say he's the most strategic house guest of those that are still in there, all of a sudden Brittany looks like Michael's lapdog or a flea. You know, that's the kind of way people are seeing it. And Brittany runs her mouth, and she's done that since day one. And, you know, throughout the entire time where I remember Brittany and Michael were getting together, we were going, oh, this is good, a lot of us like this. And this was in the early weeks as well, and we were going, Brittany just needs to zip it some points because otherwise it's going to sink Michael's game as well. Then we move into the era, as you guys said, the era of the leftovers. And once again, we found ourselves going, Brittany, just say anything. And then she continues to, why am I still whispering? And then she continues to still run her mouth. So much so to the point now where I think she's kind of imploded her own game, and even Michael, her number one, has started to go, oh, maybe Brittany isn't as legit as I was thinking. Because Brittany's obviously trying to play loads of different angles, and Michael's figured it out. Because guess what? Michael's got the right connections for people to come to him. Michael is quick on the ball. He's fast. He is very, very perceptive. And he's a good player. You know, personal opinions aside, because I know there's been a couple of things Michael's done in the game that I'm not too happy with. But on a game level, he's a fantastic player, and I'm not going to discredit him for a second like that. Yeah. Brittany, on the other hand, I don't even feel like I need to finish that. I feel like the whole Brittany on the other hand. There's another hand. I'll just show you all. On the other hand. Do I need to say any more? I feel like the silence says it all. I'll do it once more. Brittany on the other hand Michael did indeed meet with Terence and Alyssa at points in the day, and it seems almost certain that Michael will not be using the power of veto. I mean, even by the time this video goes out, the ceremony might have happened and the nominations will remain the same. But anyway, hypothetically, let's just say the veto isn't used. We are probably looking at Terence becoming juror number 5. And I know a lot of people are going to be happy about that. I mean, wow, after I did that video the other day when Terence continued to berate Taylor and talk about how, you know, she's got no genuine connections and how her friendships aren't real and stuff like that, that was mean. That was really deep mean. I saw a lot of people, you know, saying, I'm done with Terence. A lot of strong comments about Terence, which is why I'm inclined to believe that if Terence does go on Thursday night, I think a lot of people, or at least first on Thursday night, people are going to be very, very happy. Indeed, or not necessarily happy, but not bothered to lose Terence, basically. Because, and my dog is outside now, probably barking at something random that dogs tend to do. But he also must be rooting for Terence's eviction. Let me try and do something smooth here, right? Because a fun fact, folks, in 1986, on this day, Paul Simon released You Can Call Me Al. But the only thing that we can call DJ Flop today... I messed it up, y'all. I messed it up. I would totally edit that out right now, but I'm not even going to. I was going to say the only thing we can call DJ Showtime is a flop, but there you go. You got the essence of it, and you got the fun fact as well, folks. 1986, You Can Call Me Al came out on this day, and today we call DJ Showtime DJ Flop. Smoother the second time round, and I'm not going to edit the failure out because I flopped too, and I'm going to own that. Always remember that in life and Big Brother, you've got to be so careful who you tell things to because things can come around and bite you in the ass. Quite frankly, the ass. The ass cheeks, the asshole, the ass in general, folks, because that's exactly what's happened to Brittany over the past 24 hours. She continues to run her mouth to other people, and, you know, we've got Michael, who is pretty loyal to Brittany, and Brittany, who is wishy-washy with her loyalty, and as a result, that has been weaponised against her. She was at one point trying to do an F2 with Turner, final 2 with Turner, and she's talked about how she's got a thing going on with Alyssa, with Taylor, and then Turner went to speak to Michael. Need I say more, folks? Always remember what you are saying to people, how it can get back to people. If you, I think it's more so important in like in Big Brother with that whole thing, because I feel like it's not so much. See, people aren't scheming as much in real life as they are in Big Brother. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of schemy people in life as well, and you just kind of need to steer clear of them. But in the Big Brother house, it's even more detrimental, because if you say the wrong thing, then you're out. You're out the game. You're going to be evicted. You got the jury house. You're out the house. Whatever. End of story. But don't get me wrong, it's important in life too, but of course we're talking about Big Brother here. The moral of the story is be careful who you say things to, because now Michael is starting to have doubts in Brittany and realising, oh crap, you know, she's not as loyal to me as I thought she was. And with only, how many days have we got to go? It's 62, day 62, so 20 days to go, I believe. Am I right in thinking that? Yeah, 20 days to go until the end. There is a lot to take into account now, especially as things probably unravel more and more and more as the weeks go on. Is Brittany's longevity in the game actually as long as we think it's going to be? With the double eviction coming up on Thursday night, there is a lot to take into account in regards to who will actually be sat in the final 5, nearly said 6, the final 5 come the end of Thursday night. Okay, so I think Terence will be the first to go. I just don't see a world in which Alyssa, people ain't gonna waste a HOH on Alyssa. I don't see it happening. She's the furniture this season. She's the furniture who gets dragged to the end and nobody takes her seriously, right? Zingbot said it himself. As for the second target, I think we're going to be looking at, I think Michael could be it. He's got connections because a lot of people are gunning for Taylor now. So it could be Taylor as well. And in my opinion, those two are the two most powerful game players. They are not necessarily playing the game hard, but for both of them, but the two people, if they get to the end, you're going to struggle to win against them. You're going to struggle to win against them if you're sat next to Taylor, if you're sat next to Michael in the final 2. Your chances are pretty much very, very small. I think Michael would beat Taylor, but anybody else who sat next to Taylor or anybody else who sat next to Michael just wouldn't win. Bold statement, I know. But that's why I think one of them is going to be targeted in the double. And, you know, the personal side of me, I want Taylor to be safe through it all. You know, that's just, she's my favourite. I want it to Taylor to the end. She's the coolest. I think she's amazing. And see, the thing I love about Taylor as well is not only she's had an ace social game, she's a good person, man. Honestly, I'm very attracted to her as a person, just as like, if, you know, what I would look for in a partner is somebody like Taylor. Literally, she's, first things first, she's incredibly attractive physically, and also the fact that she's kind, she's warm, she's thoughtful, she's sweet. She hasn't got like a temper. She doesn't get mad easily or anything like that. She's somebody who has she gives everybody the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't jump to conclusions. She literally looks for the best in everybody. And isn't that a wonderful person? Because not everybody's like that, right? I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, talking about what I look for in people, but it's really just testament to really, I mean, at the heart of this segment right now is me talking about what a good person Taylor is and how I could just sing her praises all day, basically. But going back to the double, I do think it's probably going to be Terence going first, potentially Taylor or Michael getting targeted second, but we of course know with everything in life, things are subject to change. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below, because boy, there's a lot to talk about. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. It's Monday. I hope everybody's day is going swell, or if you're watching it after you've been to work, or if you're after school or whatever, I just hope you've had a great day. Hang in there, and we've got the double on Thursday, so we got this, folks. Have a great one. But anyway, I hope that everybody's staying safe, staying positive, staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.